Hey you Stygian dogs! April 29th marked the release of issue number 8 of the Savage Sword of Conan from Titan Comics and Heroic Signatures, and there's a lot to look forward to in this one. Not only do Fred Kennedy and Max von Fafner return to these pages, but we finally get a look at what Liam Sharp's been preparing for us. Let's kick things off by checking out the truly superb covers for this issue number 8 of the Savage Sword of Conan. Joe Jusko brings us a stunning tribute to Robert E. Howard's A Witch Shall Be Born. Originally published in the December 1934 issue of Weird Tales, this story contains imagery that many fans will instantly recognize. Whether through John Buscema's legendary adaptation in Savage Sword of Conan number 5, the Dark Horse comic version, or the iconic Tree of Woe scene from the Milius Schwarzenegger film and John Buscema's adaptation thereof, it's classic Conan iconography, and Jusko delivers it with trademark brilliance. Cover B is another fantastic piece by Alex Horley, who continues to deliver one excellent cover after another, and this month's cover connects to the Dennis Culver and Chris Burnham story that kicks off the issue. With these two covers, I feel like we've been particularly spoiled. The last issue featured a superlative Conan story by Rob De La Torre and Roy Thomas, and that was rounded out by Patrick Zerker's Breckenridge Elkin story, illustrated by Juan Alberto Hernandez. It was an issue likely to be unmatched for some time. As such, it seems wise for the team at Heroic Signatures to lean into more of an anthology issue for this outing. And I, for one, am absolutely looking forward to it. We get 3 thrilling Conan tales. A battle poem from Jim Zub, a Cormac Fitzgeoffrey story illustrated by friend of the channel Max von Fafner, and much more. So, before we open it up, I'll let you know that this will be a flip-through, not a read-through, so there will be image spoilers, but I won't linger. It's a peek and a tease. Make sure to grab a physical copy or two of this retro goodness. You don't want to miss out. And here we go. Opening it up, on the inside cover is an advertisement for the epic Conan fiction from Titan Books. These are fantastic. I definitely recommend John C. Hocking's The City of the Dead and S.M. Sterling's Blood of the Serpent. And don't forget to check out the monthly collection of Heroic Legends ebooks. They're great. And on the opposite page, our first pinup, and this one by the fantastic Doug Braithwaite. After the pinup and turning the page, we come to credits for the teams at Heroic Signatures in Titan Comics, and of course, the table of contents. And this issue is just jam-packed. We start off with Conan, Treasure of the Vermin Queen by Dennis Culver and Chris Burnham. Then Conan, When I Was Young, I Met a King by Fred Kennedy and Marco Rudy. After that, Cormac Fitzgeoffrey, Live by the Sword. This is Zack, Davisson and Max von Fafner. Conan, Coils of the Golden Empress. This is a surprise prose story from John C. Hocking. Then the much anticipated Conan the Wuthering by writer-artist Liam Sharp. And oh my goodness, look at all the pinups included in this issue too. After the Numidian Chronicles and a map of the Hyborian Age by Francesca Berald, we kick things off with Treasure of the Vermin Queen, a blood-soaked tale penned by Dennis Culver and brought to squirming, screaming life by artist Chris Burnham. Lettering duties throughout the issue are handled by Richard Starkings and Comic Craft's Tyler Smith. Culver's story jumps to quick action as Conan carves a path through chitin and bone. Burnham's grotesque foes, in contrast to his almost cartoonish style, work to great effect. And how entertaining were Conan's facial expressions throughout. It's such fun. With 20 pages of vermin-splattered mayhem, this story is a brutal, bug-crunching appetizer for a feast of an issue that follows. The issue's second pinup is from Adam Gorham. Conan thrust into ferocious action. I love it. And turning the page, chain mail letters, and I gotta say, it's getting fun as I start to see the names of you dog brothers and sisters appear therein. Opposite chainmail, we get a story I've been eagerly awaiting since Fan Expo Canada last August, when Jim Zub revealed that fearless Fred Kennedy, whom you'll remember from issue number 3's Twisted Dark Agnes tale, would be returning to the pages of the Savage Sword of Conan. I'd pressed Fred a little for some details. He was necessarily coy, other than to hint at a Temple of Mitra. Well, now it's arrived in all its glory. Marco Rudy conjures a swirling, painterly kaleidoscope for a tale that editor Chris Butero reportedly declared sings. That tale, Fred Kennedy's myth-tinged Conan, When I Was Young, I Met a King. Conan compatriots Fred Kennedy and Nick Marinkovich are the creators of the excellent Dead Romans. You should definitely consider picking that up. Check out the link in the video description. And I'm hopeful that we'll see Marinkovich work on Conan in the near future. It's something that Jim Zub keeps suggesting. And our next pinup is from Gabriel Rodriguez. And then turning the page, we get another Jim Zub poem, this one titled Kinship of the Fallen, and it's accompanied by a typically epic illustration from Dan Panosian. Goblets drained and hearth fire fled, all flagons overturned. This night we count our honored dead, a toast in blood they earned, a grasp, a smile, a settled score, those corpses are denied. A wench's cheer and one drink more, we live because they died. Each name upon the tally, a story we shall tell, slaughtered in that valley, them soldiers sent to hell. Believe the liar legends, until the dawn at least, with drunken, frothing peasant prayers, we sanctify this feast. Our brother bonds shall never break, true loyalty rewards. This tavern is our court of kings, a kinship set with swords. Zub's poems are such fun. So great to read another. Turning the page, we're treated to the return of Maximum Fafner, this time illustrating a Cormac Fitzgeoffrey story written by Zack Davisson. Cormac Fitzgeoffrey, Live by the Sword. Fafner, of course, was the principal artist on the Savage Sword of Conan #1, illustrating the story Conan and the Dragon Horde with writer John Arcudi. He also contributed this excellent variant cover for that issue and was later tapped to provide a cover for issue #2 of Conan Battle of the Black Stone. And I'm excited to see his take on Cormac Fitzgeoffrey. Robert E. Howard's half-Norman, half-Gaelic warrior first appeared in Hawks of Outremer from Oriental Stories April-May issue 1931, and later in The Blood of Belshazzar, again in Oriental Stories October-November 1931. Davisson and Fafner deliver a fun, authentic, and honorable short tale featuring Howard's brooding, battle-hardened knight-errant during the Third Crusade. His introduction here hints at more elaborate adventures to come, a strong and welcome addition to the overall magazine. Friends of the channel will know that I'm a fan of Fafner's work, and I was delighted when he sent these along to me yesterday. As much as I love the black and white aesthetic, I feel that his colorized work really hits the mark. Given that, I'm very excited that an English language version of his work with Jean-Pierre Picot on Caesar's Spy is now available for pre-order. Make sure to check out the link in the video description. Davisson and Fafner's story is followed by this wicked Jonathan Wayshak pinup. I love it. And turning the page, we come to Conan, Coils of the Golden Empress. This prose story by John C. Hocking, author of the fantastic Conan City of the Dead, came as an absolute surprise, and you've got to wonder just what other stories that Hocking's got laying around. Accompanied by an awesome Tom Raney illustration, the tale takes place in the aftermath of Belit's death, with a shipless Conan encountering strangers and their lust for the Golden Empress. It's Hocking, so I feel that you're guaranteed something pretty great. And what's mind-blowing is that the Hocking story isn't even this issue's pièce de résistance, as it is immediately followed by Liam Sharp's Conan the Wuthering. Unbelievably, this is Liam Sharp's first Conan strip. Unbelievable because based on his work here, it's obvious that Liam Sharp was meant for Conan. His work here is phenomenal. It just oozes savage sword. Sharp has written about the challenges of finding his Conan, given the greats that have defined the character in this medium. Well, that challenge seems worthy motivation, and what we see here, even if it's just his personal work in progress, is inspired. And how fortunate are we that we'll get to see his work on a 48-page Conan feature in a forthcoming issue. And finally, I'd add, happy birthday, Mr. Sharp. The final page of the issue is a pinup from Juan Alberto Hernandez, who illustrated Pat Zirker's Breckenridge Elkin story in the previous issue. Opposite that, an advertisement for the various trade paperbacks, Conan the Barbarian, Conan Battle of the Black Stone, and the Savage Sword collected in trade paperback. They're all a worthy read. And flipping things over to take a look at the next issue, featuring writer-artist Pat Zirker slashing into the Hyborian Age with a tale of high adventure starring Conan and Valeria. A Thurian Age assassination story with Kull and his Red Slayers from Fabian Nicieza and artist Sean Chen. Instant classic covers from Alex Horley and the late Neil Adams, eye-popping art pinups, and more. Well, that looks like it'll be fantastic. I've got to say, though, this issue was tremendous. Just such a fine anthology. So good. If issue number 7 of the Savage Sword of Conan was a perfect showcase of the magazine when centered on a long-form Conan feature, then issue number 8 is undoubtedly the ideal example of the book in an anthology format. Culver and Burnham deliver highly entertaining vermin-splattered mayhem. Kennedy and Rudy follow with a lyrical, painterly kaleidoscope of storytelling. Jim Zub offers a magnificent poem to the fallen, paired with an equally wonderful illustration from the great Dan Panosian. Davisson and Fafner contribute a splendid Cormac Fitzgeoffrey tale, an honorable tribute to Robert E. Howard's legacy. Liam Sharp makes his mark with a quintessentially Savage Conan debut that simply roars. The writer and artist was made for the Savage Sword of Conan, and we are privileged with the promise of more. Add in a surprise story from John Hocking, the always welcome chainmail letters page, and a bounty of excellent pinups, and what you get is another perfectly forged issue of Savage Sword of Conan. The stars aligned. We've been given the magazine everyone's been asking for. The second year of Titan Comics and Heroic Signatures, the Savage Sword of Conan is 2 for 2, and issue number 9 promises to be just as great. Thanks for watching, liking, consider subscribing. Don't forget to take advantage of Free Comic Book Day 2025. I'm super excited for Zub's Scourge of the Serpent. And until next time, take it easy, you Stygian dogs.